in the Kings, we're bringing in the Bishops, we're bringing in our Knights.
Yeah, now we're jumping into the draft, going into the game, and again, this is going to be a very interesting one. Will best player get an assassin, or will they go back to the strategy of game number 1 and giving him a utility jungler?
Having homeboys at the top of this group will actually now be quite dangerous for anyone to lose any points. So at this point, actually, I mean, still it is the group stage, and for both teams, it is the first match, but you are collecting points right now, and if you didn't make it past the group stage, you will not be able to use your cards or your wild cards in the, let's say, in the playoffs, because you will not get a ticket to the playoffs. So right now, they have to pull off their best.
Let's see, DEVU going to be on the blue side, TOB on the red side. Looks like this is going to be interesting, right? They didn't want to change it up in terms of first pick, but at the very least, respect coming in from TOB.
Yeah, now they're trying to force Sunset Lover on a pick that maybe I'm sure he's comfortable with it, but not as comfortable as the Firmus. Now that Nolan is out, and based on game number 2, perhaps Guinevere is not worth a ban.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't see Guinevere doing that much of let's say, not causing a lot of trouble for Team TOB, and also I think they will actually ban the backs. Yeah.
They're going to be.
I mean, they did do that for game number 2, but yeah, personally for me, even I'm like, I don't know. Perhaps they need a damage dealer coming in from the jungle, because so far that's the story of the M5 World Championship. All these assassins are back in the jungle.
Yeah, I suppose, or they can start switching up some of the mid lane matchups. That's what I'm thinking with this final ban coming in from the side of TOB.
Okay, I like the Bruno ban. I like the Bruno ban.
You like the Bruno ban, so therefore it's really going to narrow down on the hero pool in terms of the marksmans, right? Let's keep in mind, we saw an Ixia ban in the second phase after an early lock-in for Bruno. We'll see whether that's going to change, as DEVU is going to get first pick on blue side.
Huh. The first phase of banning is now over.
Wait, 1-1 is open.
Yeah, 1-1's still open,
but you
and
can't
also
first
the
pick
Matilda.
it. But you can't first pick it just because the Phoveus is still there.
I'm thinking like a Valentina opening, possibly, if they really want to like spice things up. It could be just another Farmist from the side of DEVU. So far, Sunset Lover has been doing a good job.
You can take Valentina. There's a lot of things actually that can be first picked here.
Because I feel like Kid Bomba as well as Milo, they both did very well on that Terizla. It does seem like a big game changer.
I suppose, but at the same time, I feel like it's a little too safe here, right? So they go for the Valentina opener, still very, very flexible. This gives the question over to the side of TOB. They've already banned out that Farmist, so this could be like a Novaria angle for the side of 1-1 potentially. 1-1 sounds like a good idea, but that gives DEVU the opportunity to go for the counter picks.
Yeah, actually taking the Phoveus at this point would be so lethal against the 1-1, even if Team TOP takes the Phoveus and also 1-1, they will struggle because Phoveus ult will be also stolen.
Yeah, so now the 1-1 has been picked up. This is going to be a crucial question. Do you take that Phoveus, which may or may not synergize well with your team? Again, the Matilda is up, but...
I'm born with
Guinevere. Okay, this time they're taking a Guinevere.
Okay, so they're taking the Guinevere this time around. Matilda is
80%
still
win
wide.
rate, still good.
Yeah, Matilda is still wide open, and the same goes for Phoveus, right? This could be an opportunity for DEVU, and I feel like, especially for the EXP laners, they are going to have the time of their lives if their opponent is going to be a Phoveus, right?
Is this a question? Like, we know you have a mean Terizla. Do you know how to play a Phoveus?
Yeah, it's an interesting dilemma to be in.
Yeah, they made the Phoveus much more tempting, I would say, because they took two heroes that will dash a lot during the whole game. Team TOB are actually playing a really risky game here, but I can understand having two of the best picks so far in the M series, which is the 1-1 and also the Guinevere. By having the Baxia here, we will see for the first time Team DEVU playing the hero that was once picked from them and the second time was banned.
Interesting. Boxian as well as Brody. All right. So at least for the gold, they've secured their gold lane matchup. We know what's going to go into the jungle. Now for the side of TOB, right? This, we still don't know whether Guinevere is going to go in the jungle. It most likely is, considering their track record. But now that they've got the Terizla, now they pose another question on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, I kind of feel like because they saw the Brody as well as the Baxia, it's kind of showing signs that perhaps they don't want a Phoveus. At this point, if you want to be safe, you can ban it out, because why not, right? But I don't know, based on how DEVU was drafting, it looks like they don't want the Phoveus.
Now they're also getting rid of some of the other counter picks against this 1-1, especially set tanks, right? Get rid of the Kufra, make sure it's out of the way. DEVU, what are they looking to ban out?
Well,
Mages,
I think.
Mages, I think.
Mages. Well, look, I would, if I'm in their shoes, I would actually might ban that Fanny, because I'm not feeling safe around that Guinevere pick. I think that maybe can be turned to a room, and then we will see a Fanny coming through, no crowd control whatsoever on the side of Team DEVU. They might just pull it off, and I think Suppression Hero can be a good ban here. Kaja, I think.
Kaja from the side of TOB.
TOB, yeah. Taken 1-1.
It's not too bad of an option at the very least. I think the Franco might be just a little bit better in this particular situation, only because at least you don't have to necessarily be up front to do so or have to expend a battle spell to make something happen, right? We see the Fulvius ban come up from the side of TOB as expected here as we jump back over to Deo's Vault. I'm guessing another mid lane ban here as well, really clamp down on it.
I would say Lilia or Fanny are pretty good bans right now. I do agree the Fanny can still be picked up, having the Guinevere as roam, so good call. Either Fanny or Lilia I think is fine. It's just that Hoon has a very interesting pool of heroes as well. He did bring out the Chang'e. Doesn't really know if that's experimental or is that like one of his amazing heroes. And yeah, Lilia has been banned.
Okay, this actually might just be a Chang'e game because this is one of the few situations where it's like you're contesting for mid prio, and if you have to compare a Chang'e compared to a Valentina, more likely that the Chang'e is going to be able to push out that wave first.
What are you going to do, best player 1? I'm waiting. I'm just waiting at this moment. See, I think
so at this point, is this
hard.
a Gwyn jungle then?
It's Gwyn jungle for sure.
Yeah, I think right now it's set out to be a Gwyn jungle if there wasn't any surprises whatsoever. But Team DEVU right now, what would I pick if I was Team DEVU right now? We need a tank and we need an XP laner. Previous is out. Maybe a Minotaur, so hard. Maybe a Franco, as you said, Gideon.
Possibly. I mean, no matter what, I'm thinking of all the set tanks, but there's too many ways for TOB to kind of get out or look for a big counter engage, right? So I'm guessing along the lines that if it comes down to, let's just force out lane prio, rotate faster than our opponents, this could be a grok angle for the side of DEVU. To finish off the comp, that's what I'm curious about, right? They've already got the box here going into the jungle, and it looks like it's going to be the Edith. And Diggy! Lock us down? Hell nah!
Wow.
Dude. Diggy and Brody on a lane against 1-1, it's not going to be a fun lane.
That's pretty obnoxious, I'm not going to lie.
That's a lot of damage.
There's a lot of damage here.
Actually, they can force things out because the Boxy can invade, and if Brody wins the lane, Brody as well as Diggy can help invade as well.
Actually, you're right about that. Well, let's see on which side of the jungle they're going to start on. I'm guessing it's going to be towards the gold lane that they're going to start first. But they lock in the gourd for the side of TOB. They're like, okay, don't need no CC. We're just going to shoo you away with big damage.
Where's Naisu? Shoutouts to Naisu.
Top global gourd
Top global gourd.
Yeah, he would have been proud. He would have been proud at this moment, but I think that Team DEVU actually have a really good job having that Diggy in their arsenal. It's kind of annoying. It is absolutely annoying for all the crowd control heroes on the side of Team TOP. Best player will not have the best time of his life. I would say that the second skill of Diggy will limit him from doing a lot of dangerous setups, and also Trisla's kind of not gonna go so well.
Either ways, we're jumping into the third game of this best of 3. Who will win it out? Will the Ohio brothers bring fame and glory to NA? Or will Deo's Vault show EACA is here to play?
Let's find out as we go into the match point. Our final match here between these two teams. It's 1-1. Who's gonna take it to 2 as we get into the game? It's DEVU on the blue side up against TOB on the red side, both starting on their orange buffs.
Which is actually quite justified because I don't think that we will see a lot of invade here in this game, particularly because I think that Diggy at this moment is supposed to help Brody as much as possible to win his lane actually against the 1-1, and he kind of have a lot of damage to deal against the 1-1 even without having the help of the Diggy. Imagine with the help of the Diggy.
Yeah, as they start walking up towards the Little Wanderer, the Ohio brothers, right? Super Shark, he is super far away from that bottom side.
Oh, best player got it.
Oh, okay, so small objectives getting to win. Look at the EXP difference between Magister and as well as best player. Hopefully that doesn't change like it did in game number 1.
Best player is actually right now having that much XP. He will do really great. He will actually do better than great in the in terms of the what was it? The rotation, yeah, farm speed and also rotation-wise, he kinda now a step ahead from Magister. Well, I think that looking at the emblems here, I think that all of the teams are actually looking forward to go a little bit into the depth of this game towards the mid lane, maybe even the late game at some point. Sao is trying to annoy Zia as much as possible, but Super Shark comes to help.
Yeah, that's what we were expecting here, especially down by the gold side, right? I mean, Carvey, it does take Weapon Master as his emblem. He's not looking to hard win this lane because he knows that if he walks up too far and without the help of that Diggy, then evening up that score isn't going to be as easy. But naturally, these River Crabs will all fall into Carvey's hands, and Super Shark, unfortunately, is forced to kind of stay around the bottom side.
Well, Super Shark really respecting the damage, already using the Purify. And I gotta say, Best Player 1 has been pretty proactive around the map, and Deals Volt, they're focusing on this lane, but Best Player 1 got a very free turtle. I didn't see Boxia anywhere close.
Yeah, he was busy taking the orange buff, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he doesn't want to participate as of yet. Again, this is very much in line with the brand of Deus Vault. But looking at that top side, right, that matchup between the two EXP laners, it's not going to go anywhere for the time being.
Top lane. Top lane so far is a really quiet place, actually. It's a really lonely place where either Trizla or even the Edit are not having so much fun. There's nothing happening on the top lane, and also it's actually all around the map. It's 0-0. No one so far has made any risks. Nothing so dangerous that took place in terms of the 3 minutes that happened during the game so far.
I would say the question now is when is the time to strike? And the Ohio brothers, now they're looking a little bit proactive, looking at the bottom side, meaning like, oh, somehow this looks a little bit yummy.
Oh, Hoon.
I mean, they might actually... No, they don't have enough damage just yet. They do get the flicker out of Carvey, which is already... Okay, that's not too bad, right? Because at the very least, by the time the turtle actually spawns, Carvey's not going to have his flicker. In the meantime, I think the Ohio brothers, as well as Deus Vault, are just waiting for a mistake to happen. We aren't seeing the most proactive plays just yet, because even the Ohio brothers recognize that their mid-game is where they're going to have their first initial spike.
Yeah, the best way for Team DEVU actually to utilize their own picks is to focus with the Carvey even more, even with having Sao at the bot lane. I think that they can reinforce Carvey and take the turret and switch lane. So there's so much potential they are not using.
Right now, I do have to say that Hoon, after he clears his mid lane, it doesn't seem like he has a very decisive decision on which lane he wants to go to, and Sao was able to avoid that. And Super Shark, again, using the Purify to make sure that he doesn't get caught.
Yeah, he does not want to fall into the range of the torn apart memories, and I think it's a good decision that he does so. Now, we go up to the very first, the second turtle of the game, and this time, DEVU, they actually want to contest. Oh,
Best Player 1 goes in, but Sao is able to get out of the situation. But Super Shark, First Blood, goes over to Sunset Lover, and just like that, looks like Deus Volt is going to secure. Yep, they secured the second turtle.
That's what happens when you give up position. Wait, they're not going to get a second one, right? No. Mielo's out of there.
Well, Sunset Lover was waiting up until this moment. He was waiting in the mid lane bush just to see who's gonna go back, who's gonna fall back and will fall to the ground. He took the first blood really fast, and also the turtle goes for the side of Team Deus Volt. This time there is a little bit of contest, but Team the Ohio brothers and also Deus Volt, they haven't found their own rhythm.
I gotta say, the question right now is how does the Ohio brothers deal with Diggy's time journey? Like, who has to be the one to use their crowd control first, bait it out, and then who's going to be the real follow-up? Who's going to be the real engage?
Super Shark is the best player. That's my best guess.
I would say Hoon.
You would say Hoon?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Press skill and then use your ultimate Diggy.
Oh wait, we completely forgot about the EXP laners. We just left them in their own island once again. Mielo is actually supposed to be the one who's tanking the majority of this damage and actually initiating this fight so that Hoon can get clean combinations off. It's an interchanging role, and of course best player is going to be more highly valued here. But in the meantime, a very smart lane swap coming in from the Ohio brothers. They're willing to sacrifice the bot tier 1 just to make sure that they have enough members ready for this upcoming turtle, and maybe they can find a trade in the structure on the opposite end of the map. Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, Milo taking a little bit too much damage, and Sunset Lover is there to make sure.
Oh, what?
He was supposed to make sure Milo goes down.
Where's
But Milo's like, not today, boy.
Where's the health bar? You can hardly see it. You can see very minimal color there. Oh, Super Strike actually blocking Magisters. They want to take this tier 1 top side.
Yep, Kid Bomba taking quite a lot of damage. Magister is there trying to help out, but it looks like the Ohio brothers are able to secure their first turret. But again, this will kind of got theirs a little while ago.
I wasn't quite sure that they will make a trade, actually. After seeing the bot lane falling that easily from the side of Team TOB, I didn't think that they will do something on the top lane, but apparently they have something to do.
Now they're going to be starting this turtle, and DEVU, they're ready for this one. They're like, okay, we've already taken one away from the Ohio brothers, and if they want to contest this even more, better on us, right? Sawo has his ult up.
Right now, the Ohio brothers, the way that they're positioning is not too wide. They're kind of moving together. Zia is there as well. Okay, so here's the thing. Kid Bomba wants to engage. Milo wants to engage. Best player 1 already using the spatial migration. And who's going to start it off? Magister goes in, wants best player 1, but Milo goes back in, but no CC is able to do really anything, and Milo gets taken down by Carvey. Best player 1 has to exit as well. He goes back in, but Zia gets the kill, but Zia super low. Best player 1 gets Carvey, and now flying up, not really enough to get a kill, but enough to secure a turtle.
Ooh, some dangerous stuff. Zia was playing on the very end. He had the initial proc to use his ultimate, but his target ends up dying, and he had to look for somebody else to trigger it, and luckily, he got it just in time before the auto alarm bombs put him out of his misery. Nicely done from the side of the Ohio brothers, and now they're looking for a big conversion. Tier 2s are on the table.
Yeah, the crossbow of Tang, you don't want to mess with that. Zia managed to find his way through to take 2 kills, or like to participate in 2 kills for the side of Team TOB, taking also a turtle to increase the goal difference, but so far 2-2 in terms of the kills. Also, when you look at the items, there's no big difference between the both marksman, and also in terms of the overall gold lead, 1k is not enough to say that you have a gold lead 8 minutes into the game.
I mean, it's not one. A few hundred.
A few hundred. Speaking of which, actually, Sunset Lover, I don't think it matters what mage he's playing. He is always going for the Clock of Destiny build. Yeah, he's not going for Lethal Ignition. He takes Impure Rage, but still opts to go for it.
He's the OG, and he's going to show how the OG does it.
It could be right here, right now. I mean, there's an opportunity. Nope. They're just going to back away. Like, if Duo's Vault, whenever they're in these types of positions, they start clumping together, right? I think that is the default mode that they go to, especially when there's nothing to actually fight for on the map in these next 40 seconds, right? If you look at the gold earned, Zia now shooting above and beyond Carvey. Initially, it was Carvey with that gold lead, but now Zia has enough items to have enough attack speed to keep himself on his toes all the time.
It has never been, it will never be about the kills. Team TOB actually are taking a lot of turrets right now, and it might be so dangerous to just defend that top lane for Milo.
Yeah, Milo goes in, he wants Carvey, but Sao is there to make sure that Carvey is able to survive. And Milo looks like the Torn by Memory is enough. He's going to get taken down. Best player dives in. Carvey, there's nowhere for you to go. And Zia gets the kill. Hoon from the backside is making sure that best player has a way to get out of the bad situation. But it looks like best player, he's tanking quite a lot, but it doesn't look like he... Oh! No, he gets pulled back, but he survives. Kid Bomba flickers forward. Sunset Lover gets killed. No,
what?
I saw that, Hoon. I saw that killing spree for Zia. Hoon.
Oh my goodness. Okay, look.
Get out!
It was a show of force. It was a show of force. 3 dead, 2 for trade on the Ohio brothers side. They still take that trade really nicely from the side of the Ohio brothers, and they're even getting a convergence on it, right? The angle was good. The idea was there. Obviously a little bit of a blunder in some of the abilities, but hey, we moved past that. The gold lead has now developed to 2.2k.
Yeah, actually for me what was actually really interesting was the shift from the side of best player, and also the save that Super Shark almost pulled off, but Zia triggering his crossbow of Tang and finishing everything off. That's when you... Oh, did he just take it on the way?
Imagine. Was that on purpose? I think he was just walking. I was like, my bad, bro. My bad.
I was just auto-attacking, man. Please, don't take this away from me.
It's like, this is how a 1-1 walks. You basic attack as you go along.
It's frustrating, but at the very least, we know that at least for the side of best player 1, he's got to be careful, right? He got canceled twice off that spatial migration thanks to Sawo's time reversal. He's got to keep an eye on it, right? Got to make sure that the timers don't line up.
It's actually really hard to decide who's gonna win this team fight. Both of them are not so far in lead in terms of the gold. Look at Team DOB. I don't think they have that team fight that takes it.
Hold on, right now Super Shark is looking at Sao and looks like Milo goes in. He already forces out the time journey, but it looks like he's gonna get taken down. Carvey gets the kill. Sunset Lover, nowhere for you to go. Zia gets the kill. The Ohio brothers, they're attacking at 2 different angles. 2 different angles!
This is literally... Is this modern warfare or not? This is literally the Ohio brothers saying, hey, we're dropping a care package for you. Let's take out that front line.
You were talking about chess? See, they're not using pawns now.
They really aren't.
Jumping with the kings.
Yeah, man, right now, Kid Bomba taking a little bit of damage coming in from Zia, and Hoon is actually spacing out very, very well. Magister is there. Kid Bomba goes in. Best player 1 respecting the damage. Hoon. Magister! Magister gets it, but now best player 1, he cannot punish them just because Sawa was there.
Unfortunate. Zia was so close to getting the crossbow of tank proc off, but Sawa was able to get out of there just in time. I mean, the Ohio brothers, they are losing out on this Lord. That's such a big swing for Deo's Vault to actually try and turn this around and even up this score. It's a very small lead for the Ohio brothers, but at the end of the day, that Lord is pushing on their side.
The hesitation was indeed what Zia was feeling right there. He hesitated in going in front and taking the risk in opening his crossbow of Tang, and now he is and his team as well will pay the price. Team DEVU have the Lord, and they might go in for taking those inhibitor turrets.
I know what Milo wanted to do, but because of the auto alarm bombs, the position was found out. If not, I kind of felt like the Ohio brothers were just waiting. Milo, you go in, we're all gonna go in as well.
It's a really creative idea. I'm not gonna lie. I love the fact that Milo has the cojones to make a call like that, right? But now they're on the defensive. They kind of have to be. They have to deal with the Lord Empowered Minions. They're going to lose their mid-tier 1, but they can't afford to lose their mid-tier 2 at the very least. Top side needs to get cleared up, and now we have 104 seconds until the next major objective spawns, and I think that TOB are starting to get a feel of what DEVU actually wants to do in this game.
Yeah, continuous pressure indeed is the key from Team DEVU, because so far they have been pressuring at every possible angle, but Team TOB, every time they have that team fight, as you just said, Lafel, they enter from 2 different angles, and when they do so, sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't. What happened? What did I miss?
What is that damage from Sao? He's almost keeping up with Zia and Carvey.
Look, Diggy has a cute face, but believe you me, he's evil.
He is ratchet.
Yeah.
Ratchet is what we call it. Oh my goodness.
He's one of those characters in game you don't want on your team, but at the same time you don't want it on the enemy side.
And neither do you want to have to force a ban for it.
Yeah.
So you just hate him either way.
Yep. You just hate him either way. And now best player gets 2, and then Milo follows up. Sal was there, but was it too late? Hoover from the backside, and Milo gets pulled back into the fray. Carvey gets the kill. Super Shark finds Magister, best player 1. You didn't get a target. Best player 1 gets pulled back as well. Zia gets a kill onto Carvey. Now Sunset Lover gets a kill onto best player 1. And Zia, you're taking a little bit too much damage. You have to be careful.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, great awareness from Magister. He realized he was the target of the Circling Eagle. He quickly starts going into the opposite direction, following along with the rotation of the Circling Eagle to pull the boy away. And unfortunately, best player decided to drop in the middle of the team. Now that his support is way off the mark, instantly goes down.
Zia's playing the safe game so far. He could have made a lot of risks right there. He could have gained a lot out of them. He might have actually activated a crossbow of Tang and take everyone out, but again, he goes for the safer route and think that the Lord is going down.
Yeah, but it's going down very, very fast, and Magister is able to secure it, and Sao preemptively using the time during to make sure that no shenanigans happen.
Yep, and he doesn't even have the fleeting time, right? This is literally Enchanted Talisman, and he's also got the Holy Glaive as well, just to make sure, sorry, the Divine Glaive, just to be really, really annoying. It's like, oh, Radiant Armor? No big deal.
Hey, damage, offense is the best defense.
It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
He's 6.4k and he's dealing almost just as much damage as the gold laners. It's got to be infuriating for some of the players of the Ohio brothers.
And he only died once, so there's no reset for his stacks.
Oh, jump.
Oh, but look at this. Kid Bomba taking quite a lot of damage, and best player one looks like he's going to get taken down. Carvey secures the kill. Zia is a little bit too forward. Sunset Lover could deal the damage. Mystic Gush coming in from Hoon just to try to push them away, just to make sure that they don't want to move forward. But Magister is like, yeah, fam, I want to go in. Maybe not.
Yep.
Yeah, not.
It's now a buddy system for the side of the Ohio brothers, right? Super Shark has to make sure that he's body blocking. He's body blocking for his boy Zia. Mielo has to cover Hoon on his side. Now that best player is down, they have no real means of following up upon engages, even if the time reversal has been expanded early. So now it's about how many inhibitors can you actually save?
Actually, I would say that so far Team TOB, they managed to defend 2 Lords in a row without even hitting 1 inhibitor to it, which is a remarkable thing. The game so far is so equal in terms of every statistic in the map, every statistic here on the board with us. Gold-wise, turret-wise, kills-wise, everything looks actually... I have a... No, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. No.
I'm just saying. I feel like at this point the Ohio brothers are getting sick of hearing hood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Every single time. It's so, especially with the auto a lot. Wait, whoa.
Kid Bomba taking the brunt of the damage, and Magister looks like he doesn't want to go in first. I feel like that's a good decision. I think they're just playing around Sao. Sao, do you have your ult? You do, then we're gonna do something about it. If not, I mean, he had it, right? But I feel like they're just waiting for the Ohio brothers to do something first. Let the Ohio brothers make the mistake.
I don't know. It felt like a peace conference. The Ohio brothers walking up into the no man's land. Neo's Vault lining up, saying hi. You know, discussions did not go well, unfortunately. Hoot once again, and the Ohio brothers said
okay,
no.
Look, Sao 56.
Come
Zia
on.
57. Carvey 58.
Oh shit! This is
Sunset Lover is 32. Hoon is 32.
And imagine that Sao dealt that damage. Most of it was on the gold lane. So imagine being in a landmine actually at that gold lane.
This is so frustrating to watch. I mean, Sao is just getting away with so much right now. Honestly, when you look and compare both teams, there's a lot of similarities between them. It's really great to see that these regions giving each other respect in the same manner, but also in terms of power level are actually very similar.
I'm actually pretty nervous. I cannot imagine how does the players feel like right now. It's so close.
Yep, Spatial Migration did not hit onto Magister. Magister is playing very patiently as a jungler here, and Hoon finds Sao. And
that's good.
That's amazing. He forced out the and now Sunset Lover, he's gonna get caught, and looks like Shark wants the kill. Sunset Lover is able to get out, and Kid Bomba is able to leave as well. What happened?
No, they didn't want to keep on ego challenging it. They're like, we've already got them to use their battle spells, their big ults. This is a free lord, unless Magister.
You want to melt it down.
Okay, Milo, you're taking a little bit too much damage. The lore hurts right now. Best player one, Spatial Migration onto Magister, and Hoon is able to hit the Mystic Gush. Now the immortality is up. Hoon gets a kill, but Kid Bomba forces a damage onto Zia, and Corby shuts down Zia. And Sunset Lover gets a kill onto Milo. This is a very big mistake. Best player one, you gotta keep your health. You can secure this Lord, but this fool, they can get the kill.
They're trying to burn
it. Corby! He died, he survived, he got the Lord, and Super Shark's gonna go down. Sunset Lover taking the ult, taking the kill.
How can you miss that retreat?
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's really unfortunate.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it either, man.
Who's going to talk about it then?
Come on, man. This is one of the situations that you don't want to be in, especially for the Ohio brothers, right? They were sitting underneath the Lord. During that Lord dance, they were making some good decisions, but with the recent changes, a lot of these members were getting chunked out bit by bit, and DEVU's Vault got a full reset because they didn't rush down the Lord in time.
5v5. It came down to here. 5v5. Lord coming in, marching from the bot lane. Evolved Lord. It's not looking so good for TOB, to be honest.
Oh, Hood all the way.
Sao
0-1 and 10 doing a lot of work. The Ohio brothers can't find an angle to engage in a fight. This is, I guess, one of Guinevere's counters as well. It's like, you want to jump in, you know, go ahead. And look at all the traps he's putting on the board.
Oh, he's just farming damage, and Shark is doing his best to absorb as many of these as possible.
Oh no, best player one. Even using, oh no, what? A lot of mistakes here.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes.
It's fine. They've only lost one inhibitor. The other two are basically going to die in one hit from Garvey, maybe two. But the most important part is that the Ohio brothers are still in it. Their Crystal's still alive.
Let me just say before the game starts, I said I wanted to see Sunset Lover. I'm not disappointed.
He doesn't disappoint.
He is amazing in all 3 games.
Yeah, I would actually say that. Oh, what was that?
Well,
What was that?
Divine Glaive and Lightning Truncheon, baby. It hurts.
Unholy Crystal. He's
Crystal.
going full damage. He's going just all in with these bombs.
He's looking at Sunset Lover. I'm the mid laner now.
Oh boy, this is pretty scary. This is really scary considering the amount of damage that they have. Even if you do have that radiant armor, it's still a substantial amount, especially when they're all packed in together. The stacks might not necessarily work as well as you think it would, but the Ohio brothers now opening up the map is starting to become quite a pain in the butt, and Magister so far has been doing a really good job at maintaining that front line.
Let's go,
He rise up that board.
Hoot, hoot.
Toot, toot. Wow.
It shouldn't be like this.
Yeah, this is not how we do it in MENA.
I'm the carry now.
Look at me, Sunset. I am the carry.
Remember the days of feeding Diggy? This is a different era of Diggy.
Truly. Damage taking coming in from Yellow. Oh, okay.
Maybe just give him a retribution at this point.
Now, why not? Right now, the Lord is going to get leashed by both teams, but so far, DEVU has been winning those trades, and just
the
took
damage.
so much damage from Sunset Lover.
Wow. Now everyone have to be so careful. Team TOB need to find that opening. The Lord, I don't think at this moment, the Lord is what matters. It matters the fight around that Lord.
Kimboba flickers forward, but looks like Milo tries to re-engage, but Sao Hood denies it. Milo gets taken down. Immortality used. Looks like he's going to survive, but at this point, does it matter? DEVU, it might be a free Lord.
I think it is. I mean, the top side is building up really with a huge wave, and even bottom side needs to be answered. The Ohio brothers have maintenance to do on their lanes before they even think about this. But even for DEVU's Vault, they're like, you know what? We might be able to actually get a fight out of this. Let's reset and do this all over again.
Diggy is a predator.
Here.
Diggy is a predator.
He's a bird of he's a bird of prey.
In the food chain, Diggy's on top.
Is it 1 second, 0.5 something? Because he's just throwing like stars.
I mean,
he's got the enchanted.
Yeah, look. Yeah, with the enchanted talisman, you can put a lot.
He's still going. Like Shark. Like if Shark doesn't have the guiding wind shield,
How much can he spam his first kill?
he can keep on spamming it all. I mean, again, this is enchanted talisman benefits, right? This is why this build is annoying.
Yeah, right now, while they're doing this Lord dance, DEVU is pushing without pushing. The minions doing work. Best player one gets 2, but Sawa again denies the crowd control. Bahoon gets a kill onto Carvey, and now looks like a mistake coming in from DEVU. They're playing a little bit too much, and now looks like Kid Bomba is gonna get taken down, but the minions is pushing. They managed to get the inhibitor at top. The Ohio brothers, it's a good thing for them to actually win that fight.
Yep.
If not, it could have been over.
Yep, and now this could be some hope for the NA representatives, right? With this upcoming Empowered Lord, like, it's so important. These death timers are so long. Every single one of these picks are going to be important. Every one of these resources is going to be more valuable. So the Ohio brothers, this just might be an opportunity to even the playing field, if not to crack the crystal open.
I would actually feel so bad for Diggy. I would actually feel so bad for Saul if they lost that game. TOB, that damage is just insane, man. That's just insane.
Yeah, but right now the Ohio brothers, They have the Lord. They cannot make a mistake. It's 25 minutes into the game. Hoon don't get caught. Zia don't get caught. They're pushing the mid lane inhibitor. They got it. Best player one gets Magister, and Hoon right now gets targeted. Sunset Lover is not going to commit.
Yep. Also, Carby just came out of spawn, right? So again, the Ohio brothers, Mielo is going to look for a reset. Same goes for Super Shark. But at this point of time, right, they've gotten the big ults, but there's no way to converge on it. TOB, they're looking for an opportunity to actually go for a pick. DEVU will not give it to them. Look how tight they are together.
The Lord's untouched so far. So far, the Lord is safe.
Yeah, but now Zia taking a lot of damage from Sunset Lover. Mielo is moving forward, but the Lord is going to get taken down, unable to deal damage on the top inhibitor.
25 minutes. We're going for a 30?
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of harassment coming out from Sawo, forcing people to actually go for recalls because of how much unnecessary damage people have been taking, look at this. Yeah, right? Like, this is frustrating to deal with. Walking up feels like you're pushing through thorns.
Right. They cannot. Oh, they can.
Super
they
Shark, you want to force this out. Mielo is not using the penalty zone just yet, and Zia as well, Super Shark taking quite a lot of damage. Perhaps a missed call coming in from the Ohio brothers.
I would actually choose a safer route. I would go there. I would go back, freeze the lanes, and wait for the Lord. If I'm TOB.
I mean, there's nothing else you can really do about it, right? Bot side, there's a huge wave that's building up. The Ohio brothers could look to attack the top side at this point of time, or, as you can see, best player, right? Just making sure his presence is felt, making sure that DeusVolt have to fight for ground constantly, despite continuously laying down traps in their own jungle.
Dude, the wave clear from DeusVolt is very good. The Ohio brothers, they gotta stack up way more minions to make a difference, and now Mielo
got Magister.
Finds Magister, but it looks like they're not going to commit.
Oh, Diggy actually has a Genius 1 by now. Diggy is actually going for a full, Sao's going for a full damage build. And actually, he can do quite much damage, and he is already like doing quite a lot damage. But the Lord at minute 28 is going to be so hard to defend. But I think that, again, and I would say it again, look at his damage, 128. 30k away from Sunset Lover, his own mid laner. Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
Dude, he's trying to break records here. Like,
he's trying to be the MVP.
Yeah, he's trying to farm stats at this point. I think that at least for the Ohio brothers, there might be some consideration to force and maybe try and burst down Sawo. He isn't going for the Purify anyway, so the initial CC might be useful to get that ult out as soon as possible.
Well, best player finds Magister, but best player took a little bit too much damage, and now even though he has the immortality, he has to be careful. The Lord hurts now. True damage coming in, and Magister is still very, very healthy. The Lord has been resetted.
Yeah, Sunset Lover is waiting there. Sunset Lover is waiting there, but bad management for that wave. DeusVolt have to go back to defense. They might just lose numbers against TOB.
Yeah. Super Shark's got to be careful, right? He can't keep sitting around this Lord. The Lord legitimately hurts 28 minutes into this game.
Yeah, so does Sunset Lover. Look at the damage coming in. And I got to say, the Ohio brothers, best player one, he wants to engage, but it never looks good when he does. The damage that he receives is a little bit too much. Carvey and Sunset Lover as well as Sawo. It's too much.
It is too much. It's actually unbearable to a point. It's so annoying to a point, but this Lord is gonna be so risky to take. This Lord is gonna be so risky to take.
All right, we gotta look at me.
Oh, what was that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Pixel Brush.
Show mercy.
Please, when does it stop? Sawo, he's just tapping one button the whole way. Wait.
Oh, circling eagle on circling eagle. We're just gonna dance in the air and nothing's gonna happen. Now even Magister is able to freeze time for himself. He's not gonna be taking a lot of damage. So I feel like DeusVolt, they're setting up for a bait.
Yeah, actually at this point, I think that everyone is watching Diggy play around with his bombs. He's just annoying TOB. He's not letting them go in, but the Lord is about to go half HP though.
Yeah, right now the Ohio brothers, they're just seeing stars.
They should.
Oh, Kid Bomba goes in. He wants Blast Player 1, but Mielo is there trying to re-engage. But both of them are taking a little bit too much damage. Zia is trying to kite all the way through. Mielo is able to freeze. Sunset Lover looks like he's able to run away. Kid Bomba gets a kill. And look at Kid Bomba, Immortality U. Sawo again, just dealing damage. Someone take this Diggy down.
no. Sabo's not going to let himself die like that. I've never seen him flicker at all. Throughout this entire game, he hasn't really been needing to use his flicker. And now that they've managed to wave down by that bottom side, they have to clear up that mid, clear up top side, and do this all over again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bombs.
Are you like counting chips?
At this point, yeah, you kind of have to, right? It's not like you can ignore the damage coming out from Sao. Like, even Hoon is struggling to walk up now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best player one jumps in. He's trying his best, but he may have went in way too soon. Gets taken down. Magister secures the Lord, and Super Shark is going to get taken down. Same as Hoon. Karvi secures the kill, and now Zia trying to 1v5.
Oh!
He gets Sao, but that's all he's going to get. Sao! He died, but he secures the kill, and it's a wipeout!
Oh my goodness. What a game this has been. Mielo is coming back up in about 6 more seconds, but all the rest of his teammates, more than a minute worth of their timer. And Dios Vault, yeah, they're going to start walking in towards that Crystal side finally. And even no matter what, Sabo's like, I've done my job.
Sao
Look
MVP.
at me.
Sao MVP. Right now, Magister is going to get taken down. Milo's going to try his best. He got Karvi, but it looks like Dios Vault got that Crystal. This best of 3. What a series!
What a series. What an interesting. Initially, game 1 and game 2 were looking like a mirror matchup, but here in game number 3, we have Deo's Ball taking it away. 30 minutes, pushing it for one of the longest matches we have seen thus far. My God, have you seen a Diggy do that much damage?
Sao better be MVP, man.
I mean,
he better be
MVP. Oh, that is such a depressing game. Getting poked out in that particular manner. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a really intense game. I would actually give the MVP with pleasure to Sao this game. He did deserve that win with that Diggy that I didn't even imagine will go with full damage.
Oh boy, what a matchup between very grueling, very endurance heavy. It really depends how much patience and stamina you have, and this time it's going to be EECA's representatives that comes out on top. But do not worry, there's still more matches to be played here in Group D, and especially for the Ohio brothers, it doesn't mean that they're out of the tournament just yet. They have redemption games.
Dude, he is potentially, he can have a specified stat as Roamer of doing the most damage. Roamer DPM amongst all of the Roamers? Sure, Zorn has TP per minute. The damage per minute from Sao. Oh, Lord. Oh.
Ouch.
That was Sao painful.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of that one, but you guys get what you get.
I don't know. There's not much to really say about this game, especially once we got to the ultra late stages of it, right? Whoever makes that first move is definitely going to get punished for it, and unfortunately, the Ohio brothers cracked under the, I wouldn't even say immense amount of pressure, but just running out of patience to hold on.
Well, seeing that, I think we have broke the limit for the highest time match, or like the longest match so far in the series. So I think it was more than 30, but what is it? It's supposed to be Sao.
It's Sao. Give it to him. He's dropping the ball. It's like, yeah, feel the pain. Hoot, hoot.
Oh my goodness. MVP of our game, give it up for Sao with 94 kill participation, low GPM, but my goodness, we need to have the damage per minute from this guy because he is topping the charts. We'll see it in the post game stats, but first, let's have a look at the highlights here. Highlights brought to you by Grab. But man, what a game this has been.
It's gonna be actually so strange when you look at the highlights, and what you are looking for is Diggy. Basically, you kind of want to look for the marksman, you kind of want to look also for the mages, but here you are actually looking for Sao and his perfect gameplay with that Diggy. Karvi at this point actually was doing really good in terms of the damage, but he couldn't do quite enough to save his team, I would say, from an early game loss, but yeah. That was just the damage. When they went in that bush, they found a surprise. It was a party surprise by Sao, presented here by Team Dios Vault. Hoon at some points, actually, I would have said that Gord could have been executed much more better. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, I do agree. I just feel like he was really overthinking about his positioning, making sure that he doesn't get caught. But trying to position well, it worked in his favor. But I feel like he would have looked better if the engages actually went through. That time journey is a real difference maker.
It's so obnoxious, and he gets it back up so quick as well. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Engage
Yeah, look.
instantly.
The engage is good, and Hoon was ready to deal the damage, but it's like, guys,
Hesitating, yeah.
no. It's like, okay, the engage was good, but the engage was cancelled. Hoon already used his Mystic Gush on the targets, but the targets are moving. The targets are not supposed to move.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. We need a stable target when you have that Gord, and this point was the last moment TOB had to live and to live through 31 minutes. Yeah, it is 31 minutes game. TOB fall down to the momentum that Team Duo's Volt have applied upon them. It was a really intense match. It was a really mind-breaking match. 31 minutes. Oh my god.
You want to know what would
don't
be
know.
a difference maker?
What would be the
What?
difference maker?
If this Guinevere was an assassin. If it was a Lancelot, that Diggy would have had no chance. Right? Because the problem with a Diggy is, especially when you're building full damage, you don't have a lot of HP.
I don't know, because then on the opposite side, then Magister would have kind of a free time kind of walking up at you. It's like,
Hey,
look at all that damage.
The Diggy is the problem.
The Diggy is the
The Diggy
problem.
is the problem.
Yeah.
You're right. With 31, if the game always drags out to 31 minutes, then maybe there should have been a consideration. But even so, I can't really blame the Ohio brothers, right? This is a really grueling match. Like, at the end of the day, it comes down to who has the resources left after the time journey, and can they make that heroic play. Zia was doing good, consistent damage, but when you needed him to go for an incredible crossbow of tank, he just could not find him. DEVU would not let them have... Oh, man, he's the carry and the forgotten one. God,
185k.
Well, actually, if you're on the side of Team TOB, would you actually care that much about the bombs from the Diggy? Would you care that much to not enter a bush? Would you be that scared?
Yes, if I was Hoon,
If
you'd
that's the
die
game,
at 5 bombs.
Look at the difference in damage.
He's so
Look at the difference.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's the word.
What can you really say about it, right? He's got double the damage of Hoon.
Wait.
Double the damage of Yellow.
Carvey and Sunset Lover. Yeah, they need to combine the damage to beat Sao. And Sao took the least damage. Even Carvey and Sunset Lover took more damage.
I'm actually legitimately curious how many times Sawa actually had to use his flicker, because I felt like he barely
saw
touched
one.
his battle spell.
I saw one. At the defense, at their side, he had to flicker, use his ultimate. That was the only one I saw flicker.
That's fair. That's fair. But with that being said, congratulations once again.